Hello fellow astrologers, welcome back to the next video in our Astrology Keyring Fundamental series. In this video we're going to talk about what is the fixed modality. We're going to go over what the signs are, the houses and the planets, a little bit about how the keyring shows how they interact and the list down here. Then we're going to go over some of these keywords about what fixed signs are. Fixed signs occur in the middle of each season, bringing stability, persistence, and strength of will. These signs are the builders, preservers, and finishers of the Zodiac. They resist change, not out of fear, but from a strong sense of loyalty and focus. Once committed, fixed signs dig in and follow through, often seeing things through where others quit. They're dependable, consistent, and deeply rooted. But that same steadiness can sometimes turn into stubbornness or resistance to growth. Fixed signs strive in environments that need endurance, dedication, and long-term results. So, like in all our videos, we like talking about our links a little bit. If you look right here, it says the what is the fixed modality link. This link will take you to the Google search, which will show you what Google has to say about fixed signs. We also have these other links down here to all the other things going on. You have right here all the things that have words on them will give you Google searches, and all the letter numbered things will give you actual links to the videos that talk about each one of those subjects. So anytime you want to go down one of those rabbit holes and cut right to the trace, just click right on any one of them. Let's talk about all the fixed signs. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed houses are the second house, the fifth house, the eighth house, and the 11th house. The fixed planets are Venus, the Sun, Pluto, and Uranus. Now remember, Venus is shared over here with Virgo, and the Sun is a luminary, but we'll talk more about that in the D section. We discuss more about planets, luminaries, and points of interest. Now let's look at how they all connect on the keyring here. It starts out here at the second house with Taurus and Venus, which it shares with Libra. Over here in the fifth house, you have Leo, and it rules the Sun. You have Scorpio in the eighth house, and it rules Pluto. Once upon a time, it was part of Mars. Again, we'll talk about that in the planets. Over here, we have Aquarius in the 11th house, and its ruler is Uranus. Once upon a time, it was connected to Saturn. Again, we'll talk about that in planets. But as you can see, it shows the middle parts, like it's in the middle part of the seasons, like all the fixed signs. If you look right here, all the fixed signs, we have them highlighted here. You can see it says fix, 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 fix. You can see how they all connect linearly. It has the same information here, different method of learning and retaining this information. Let's go back and go over these traits. All right. Now, like we said, the seasons peak. The fixed signs are the middle point of every season. Like right here was the beginning. The middle point was Taurus. Gemini will end it. Again, right here, Leo's the middle of summer. You see the beginning, the middle, and it'll end it over here. It goes the same way all the way around. Seasons peak. The mid-spring is Taurus, the midsummer is Leo, the mid-fall is Scorpio, and the midwinter is Aquarius. So it shows you right there where they fall in the seasons. Now let's talk about the keywords. I like adding in keywords that show some general keywords, positive and negative, because it's good to have a balanced idea of what anything means. So let's go over some of those. General traits: stability, endurance, loyalty, determination, consistency, deep focus. Positive traits: reliable, strong-willed, dedicated, trustworthy, persistent, and grounded. Negative traits: stubborn, rigid, resistant to change, possessive, inflexible, and obsessive. So these give you a good idea of what some keywords are for fixed signs. Again, later on, we may bring up somebody like Aquarius and mention that they're stubborn or that they have strong endurance or stuff like that that pertains to what their element is. And that's part of what shades that particular sign, but they will always share some of these key traits. So they'll cross-reference back into some of those signs later on. Well, that pretty much sums up what is the fixed sign modality. In the next video, B3, we're going to go over all the mutable signs, which is this cyan square right here. We're going to talk about all the signs, houses, and planets of the mutable signs. We hope you have enjoyed this video from our Astrology Keyring series. If you like the content, please like, follow, and share with your friends. Thank you for watching and have a blessed journey.